It's me, Jordan T. Mystic, and today we got a very different video. I'm reacting to your art progress video. So I've gone through and I've found a couple of long progress videos that I can sort of sit and watch and give my reaction to. Pro Artist Reacts. Never thought I'd be doing videos like this, but I can call myself that because I am. That's what I do. This is what I do for a living. The 10-year-old inside me is really excited. He's really proud of me. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, that's not a good transition. So our first video is from Raphael Draws. Go and subscribe to his channel. I've not actually watched this video yet. We're supporting artists, as you know, on YouTube.
I'm drunk since 1 year. In this video I will show you how my art actually improved, how I practiced and how it felt like.
Okay.
One day I was on YouTube and saw this guy. I was like, wow, that looks like so much fun. And wait, what? I can get even the drawing program on my iPad?
There you go. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about getting back into art, I mean, talk about an iPad. That's what got me back into digital art, that's for sure. That really helped my progress.
Let's go! Yeah, I did like a circle, tried to draw a face, and long story short, I didn't open Procreate for months. But I went back on it. I was so motivated and also so delusional. I really thought, alright, this week I'm going to draw the body parts and next week the full faces. And yeah, the body parts went low-key okay. You can see at the eyes I didn't even...
Do not practice body parts like eyes and noses and mouths out of context. If you don't have the context down, do not draw body parts outside of context because you're going to be drawing them all sorts of wacky shapes and they're not going to fit into the context. It's not good.
Even smudge the transitions or the sharp edges because I didn't even know that there is an option for that there is a smudging tool. I didn't even knew that. I mean, 3 eyelashes, you know, 3 is a lucky number or something. But bro, what is the skin? Why is it so orange? Especially the iris.
That was the next thing. His color choices are a little bit all over the place. However, I understand that this is where he's starting. So
now that we know how to draw the body parts, we should be able to put that on a face, right? Right? No.
There you go. Exactly. Out of context, it's too hard. It's kind of like tails with no, or bodies with no limbs, or no suggestion of limbs. Like people draw hands out of context, which is fine because the hands can sit out of context. They don't need to be connected to anything. You can have ghost hands if you want. But he's exactly right. He's learning the face. All right.
No.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is just horrible. Like, bro, like... it's just horrible, bro. Look at the nose before and now this face, bro. Look at the eye before, now look at this. Look at the smexy lip before and now look at this. And of course the shape of the head is just...
So, what there is that the shape of the head, the contours, that it all has to do with the head for the face to work. If the head's not working, the face doesn't work. And now he's tried to apply what he learnt in the last one, except it seems he spent a little bit more time on those facial features. This was the first thing I noticed from the thumbnail, that he hasn't quite got the portraits down. I think maybe Raphael here, if you're watching this, the best piece of advice I can give you based on this first part of the information, because I'm going to jump to the end and I want to see where your progress got to. I think I have an idea from the thumbnail. In a year, you are too focused on applying color and shadow and light that your fundamentals in your drawing, if anyone's listening and you're at this stage as well, at a similar stage, your fundamentals in your drawing is actually, you're skipping steps. So what I would say to you at this stage is, if you're at this stage,
to do this. Guys out there, never draw one eye. If you practice eyes, because it's just useless. Except you're drawing like Cyclops. And let's get to the next banger drawing. Actually, what was in my brain when I drew
based on this one image, and based on the comparison between this image, your portrait image, and your facial features.
No, the only question right now is, how much did I improve to now, to this moment? And I would say Let's find out. First of all, I start with a very rough sketch of the character. In that step, I really just wanted to put my thoughts down on the canvas. You see, it looks like a pure mess, but that's okay. This stage is just for orientation for later steps. So I liquefied the face so it looks more believable.
Okay, so that's an interesting approach to the whole thing as well. Like he sketched really roughly sketched. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, especially in digital because it doesn't get as messy. And backgrounds are something you need to practice separate sometimes. Always reference your backgrounds. Always reference. I say this in damn near every video when we're talking about this kind of stuff, but there is absolutely nothing wrong with referencing your backgrounds, referencing your shading, referencing everything. It's not copying, it's referencing. And you can take a photo of your house, take a photo of your backyard, draw that as your background, save it as an asset somewhere.
You can tell I really trusted the process. After I had the main shapes down, I traced the whole sketch and erased some random lines that confused me, or for example made the eyes completely new. Finally, I added the hair and the folds for the jacket and the t-shirt. Now we come to a part where I low-key struggled. With that I mean obviously the background. Here I want to emphasize that I drew like 6 backgrounds in my entire life. You see, it was a little bit chaotic. I started at the left side, then switched to the right side and slowly build it up. It felt like a puzzle where you try to find the right piece to the right area. And again, it looks very rough, but we will fix it at the line art stage. And trust me, that took me forever. So finally we are at the line art stage. And yeah, what should I say here? I really just traced the whole rough sketch with a thin brush.
Really quick little thing here I can see, Raphael, if you're watching this, is that it is okay to have some negative space in your drawing. That is an empty gap that is very busy. He's got a lot going on, and the reason why I say this is because negative space is so good for allowing your audience's eye to rest. When your audience is watching across there, you need to think of your audience when you're putting your work together. They need somewhere for their eye to not be so overstimulated and rest. So there is a lot going on. I love the bookshelf and the drawers, and it looks like it's a little sort of cabin, but it is making the space very claustrophobic. And if this is a bedroom, the character's sort of standing very close to the image, and yeah, like your spatial reasoning, your perspective and everything is very strong. But yeah, sometimes you just need to let that eye rest, especially because you've got a square. And square pieces, a lot of people work on those for Instagram. You want to think about where your work's going to end up. So if you are making an image that you just want to share on Instagram, then use a square piece. I always suggest using bigger dimensions and then, shaping it for the different social media outlets and networks. All right, let's finish this off and we'll move on to the next one.
Now comes the stage that took me always so long, and that is the grayscale stage. Again, I start with the character, start with the face, and went slowly down to the jacket. You see that my first step was to get the values right. Then I've added some more grey tones and finally smudged all edges so everything looks soft and nice. The neck and the chest was really nothing special, but the shirt and the jacket drove me crazy. Like, I always struggled with clothing folds, but this time I didn't run away from my responsibilities. Here helped me the lasso tool a lot. Long story short, it was a very tough process, but I think it was worth it.
A lot of people do this. They do a value stage or a grayscale stage, and they do the values in grayscale first. This can be problematic sometimes if you're not creating very solid shapes, but if you're creating separate layers as well, you just come in and you can just dump her in there. You can just drop it in with the color dropper. I don't tend to do this, but it works for some people. It's effective nonetheless. So his facial expressions and your faces are looking much better. What we'll do is we'll actually to sort of the finished product and see what we've got going on here. Okay, so let's have a look and see what he had to say about it.
With that I mean an area where it's just one color, or let's say one gray tone. And here we are at the coloring stage. I made a new layer, set it to color and went for it. That was really a process of trying out. Like, I started with the background, wasn't happy how the color looked, so I went to the character and again to the background. It was really just a process of feeling. Like, when something felt off, I really just let it go and focused on something else. Then I made a multiply layer and added some colors to the face. Finally, I made a normal layer where I drew the eyes and everything.
You've got to actually light your character into the scene too. You can't just light your character and then just got to be part of it. It's got to be contextual. So your rim lights, your lighting. This rim light here, I would say, is probably coming back. This rim light here is coming off this window here. So if you've got windows and stuff, and if she's inside a cabin like this, it wouldn't necessarily look like that. However, contextually, that's the only flaw I can really see with all of this. You've got really great color. This is more of a painted, digital painted, but all in all, the progress is huge. Like, your noses are getting better, your eyes. I would shape the heads a little bit different. Obviously, we're just getting those heads to shape a bit different than that. This is great work, so I hope that this helped. I hope this feedback helped anybody watching as well who might be at a similar stage as Raphael draws here. But yeah, thank you for letting me use this video. And all right, well, that's really all I can say about some of that. If you'd like to see more of this, let me know in the comments. Send me your art progress, photos, videos, whatever you've got. Send me your links. Send the photos directly to the comments. Send me your Google Drives, enough of those. I'll do another one of these and I'll do feedback on your work as well. If you would like that feedback, just let me know and we'll do it here on the page. We'll do some more artist reacts. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Check out my Patreon if that's the best place to support me. That link is in the comments below. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, Jordan T. Mystic. Thank you for making it this far. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great week. I love you all. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, never forget, stay weird.